Hello and welcome back to Lee's Collectibles. Today I'm going to show you my WWF house show pictures. I have pictures from 7 different shows. So let's get into them. First up, this was probably in like 1989, 1990, I'm not too sure. I wasn't at this show, but I think my brother is. My brother was. So that's why I have these pictures. But here is the Bushwhackers taking on the Bolsheviks. Hopefully you can see that okay. And then also on the show, looks like it was Hillbilly Jim and the Conquistador. So yeah. See the Conquistador getting in the ring there. Hillbilly Jim is already in the ring. So yeah. I wasn't at that show, but next up we have pictures from a show, I believe it was 92, maybe 93. My guess is 92 though. First up, this picture of Shawn Michaels. He's wearing a leather jacket, and if you notice, he's also wearing a WrestleMania 8 t-shirt. You can see the Sid right there on his shirt. And this was after he was in the crowd and then he jumped over the railing and got into the ring during the Razor Ramon versus Diesel match. And yeah, we almost had a perfect picture of him, but somebody threw the lineup of the show, you know, like the programs back in the day used to have the lineup. Well, they threw it at Shawn Michaels, and that's what's in his hand right there. You can see it, it's white. So yeah. There's a lot going on in this photo. It's let's see here, Yokozuna versus The Undertaker. Yokozuna is raising his hands in victory. You can see The Undertaker on the mat. You can also barely see right on this side here Paul Bear climbing the stairs, and you see Mr. Fuji holding the Japanese flag. So yeah, I think that was the main event of the show. I don't really remember. It was a long time ago, but I was at that show for sure. Next up from that show, you can see Owen Hart, and you can't see him, but he was facing Johnny Polo. So yeah, I think this was the opening match. Owen Hart versus Johnny Polo. You can see Owen Hart there wearing a blue singlet. Next up we have the Smoking Guns versus the Head Shrinkers. You can see Bart Gunn, and I believe he's hitting Samu with a flying drop kick. Yeah. And the final picture from that show, it is Razor Ramon versus Diesel. And this is the match that Shawn Michaels interfered in. You can see Diesel over here, Razor Ramon on the other side, and yeah. Alright, this show was from, I believe, 96, late 96. First picture is of Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley with the Intercontinental Championship, and Earl Hebner is the referee. So there, you can see Triple H with the belt, holding it up, and Earl Hebner in the corner there. And we have the Undertaker. The Undertaker. Actually, I just want to say in this picture here, he faced Stone Cold Steve Austin, and it was the match of the night. It was a really good match. Back to the Undertaker here. He faced Goldust, I believe. In our opening match of the show, it was Bob Holly versus the Sultan. See Bob Holly there. See the Sultan as well. Then we have the movie star, the big millionaire now, the Rocky Maivia. He faced Vader, I believe, in this show. Then we have Mankind and Mark Merrow. Wild Man Mark Merrow. He came out with Sable. I'll show you the picture in a second. But that was Mankind and Mark Merrow. So here's the photo of Mark Merrow and Sable. This match didn't last very long. It's pretty lackluster, to say the least. Then we have this Stone Cold picture. He, like I said, he faced Triple H for the WWF Intercontinental Championship. We have this picture of Goldust. Yeah, he faced the Undertaker. I don't remember the finish of the match. I don't really remember the match too well. Then we have Farouk, the leader of the Nation of Domination. Farouk, otherwise known as Ron Simmons. Then we have Wild, what was his name? The Stalker, Barry Windham. There he is. He's wearing a WWF shirt. Then we have Carl the Duke. Actually, when he came around the ring, I put my hand out for him to slap, and he hit me so hard my hand hurt for like a week afterwards. So yeah, that's Carl the Duke. Then in this photo, we have Owen Hart, Phineas, and Henry Godwin. But you can see Owen Hart and Phineas pretty well. You can see Henry Godwin over there. More from that show. Oh. Can't see it very well, but there's Owen Hart in there. One of the smoking guns. Not the best picture. Here's another one. I think it's Billy Gunn and Henry Godwin. I'm not entirely sure. There's Billy Gunn and Owen Hart and Henry Godwin. Then we have Leif Cassidy and Phineas. Then here we have Bart Gunn, Phineas, and Henry Godwinn. This match was the main event. It was right after the Smoking Guns split up. So yeah, that's it for that show. Alright, up next, this show was from 96 or 97, I don't really remember. We've got, in our first picture, Triple H, and he's holding up the Intercontinental Championship. But he did it so fast, the camera was slow, so it's all blurry. I believe he faced Bret Hart and Steve Austin in a triple threat for this match. Next up, we have The Undertaker. I don't remember who he faced. I think it might have been Sid, but I'm not entirely sure. Then we have the British Bulldog with the WWF Tag Team Championship around his waist, and he is smiling, like he's laughing at, I guess, something that Owen Hart did. I'm not entirely sure. They faced Doug Furnas and Philip LaFon. Then we have Farouk and Crush. See the convict Crush and Farouk, the Nation of Domination. Then we have the movie star now, Rocky Maivia. The Rock, Rocky Maivia. It's a little blurry because he was moving so fast, but yeah, that's the Rock, Rocky Maivia. I don't remember who he faced at all. Then we have, oh, Flash, you are so funky. Boo doo 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 doo. Flash Funk. Then we have Goldust and Vader. See Goldust over there, Vader right there. Yeah. Then we have Psycho Sid. He was turning so much we couldn't get a face shot of him, but he faced The Undertaker, and they brawled in the crowd, and yeah. Then we have, you can see Owen Hart and British Bulldog. You can see the referee holding up the Tag Team Championship. And then finally, from that show, we have Bret the Hitman Hart. He faced Stone Cold Steve Austin and Triple H for the Intercontinental Championship. So that's Bret Hart, and that's the end of that show. Now, for our next show, I remember it was January 1995. First picture, the Body Donnas. You can see Sonny and Skip there, and if you look over there, you can see Zip, Tom Pritchard. And yeah, that is the Body Donnas. Then we have The Undertaker with the mask. When he had that something wrong with his face or something, like a broken bone or something. Yeah, I always thought that mask was pretty cool. So yeah, there's The Undertaker. Next up is Goldust. I believe he faced Henry Godwinn on the show. Here he is just coming down the aisle. As you can tell, we had pretty good seats for the show, so yeah. There's Henry Godwin with his slop bucket. So yeah, Henry Godwin. Next we have an awesome picture, I love this picture, of Isaac Yankem, DDS. He faced Ahmed Johnson. And yeah, that is Isaac Yankem, DDS. Also known as Kane. Then we have Bob Holly and Barry Horowitz. There's Bob Holly in the WWF jacket and Barry Horowitz. Then we have Savio Vega. There's Savio Vega. Then, one half of the greatest tag team we have Marty Jannetty. Then we have a man who faced who faced Jeff Jarrett for the Intercontinental Championship. The bad guy, Razor Ramon. Then we have Bret the Hitman Hart. After he faced Diesel in a steel cage in the main event, and he shook my hand when he was coming back to the backstage area, and I lost my mind because it was Bret the Hitman Hart. Then another photo we have of the bad guy, Razor Ramon. And then we have Billy Gunn. And we have Bart Gunn. And they faced Owen Hart and the British Bulldog for the Tag Team Championship. So that's it for this show. Back in 1997, I went to a Raw is War, and I have pictures from the show, but they're very, very dark. So I'm only going to show you one. You can see there, it's Chris Candido and, what's his name? Brooklyn Brawler. And that's when I got Chris Candido's autograph. This was in 1997, so that was pretty cool. Also in, I think it was 96, WWF had a baseball game against some local team. Anyway, this is when I met, what's his name, Bob Holly. He was really cool. I got his autograph. And we have a photo of Sonny. You can see Sonny there. You can see Billy Gunn, Bart Gunn, Bob Holly from this baseball game. And here's another photo of Sonny and Billy Gunn, Bart Gunn. So yeah, that's it for, wait, no, I have one more picture. I got this at Yuck Yucks when I saw Mick Foley, and he wrote my name, Lee, and then he wrote, I believe he didn't sign his name, I don't think. It says, have a nice day. So that's it for this video. Comment down below what your favorite picture was, and smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be back later with another video. Peace.